So was the Disaster Artist, coming soon to theaters, I think, next week. I want to review the best so bad it's good. I've known this movie for so long now, and we're all probably wondering how in the fuck that this movie got made. And it's still a mystery to this day. It got made, and it's so bad it's good. I mean, it's one of them. So let's talk about the movie 2003's The Room. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun with this one. Uh, so the plot, actually, there is a plot. Uh, oh god, here we go. So the movie stars Johnny, played by Tom Wiseau. He has a fiance, which is Lisa, played by Julia Danielle, who tempts and manipulates his best friend, Mark, played by Greg Sestero. And you get a bunch of all this other stuff, and you get this weird melodramatic love triangle of them, and you get a significant portion of the film that is dedicated to a series of unrelated subplots, most of which involve at least one supporting character and are unresolved due to the film's inconsistent narrative structure. So yeah, this movie stars Tony Wiseau as Johnny, Greg Sestero as Mark, Julia Danielle as Lisa, Philip Hedman as Danny, Carolyn Minute as Claudette, which is Lisa's mother, Robin Paris as Michelle, which is her best friend, Scott Holmes as Mike, which is Michelle's boyfriend, Dan something as Chris R., which is the drug dealer. Then you get a psychologist, which is Kyle Vogt as Peter, and then you get Greg Ellery as Steven, a friend of Johnny and Lisa. So, oh shit. So this movie is directed by Tony Wiseau. Oh, and produced by Tony Wiseau. Oh, and written by Tony Wiseau. And guess what the production company is? Wiseau Films. Wow. And he's done other stuff too. And wow, this is just odd. So for Johnny's character, Johnny, as Tony Wiseau, his character, he's a banker. Yeah, he couldn't think of anything else, so they thought, hey, he thought, why just do banker? And then this movie only performed at L.A. Yeah, just L.A. Just L.A. Well, that's something you don't expect very often. Even ticket buyers got a free copy of the film soundtrack on CD, so that's great too. But also, most of its viewers to ask for their money back before even 30 minutes passed. Well, that is something. So the Disaster Artist, that's coming next Friday. It's directed by James Franco. And he stars in it, and Dave Franco's in it, and a bunch of other people. It's gotten great reviews as I've seen so far. So I'm crossing my fingers on how awesome it's going to be for me. So we'll see how that goes, I guess. But until then, we got this. Oh, we got this. So bad, it's good. Let's talk about this movie. The acting in this movie is terrible. You expect this by now. They're not great. This is like a small movie, so I mean, you got it, I guess. You get Tony Wiseau as Johnny. He's there. He's like, oh hi, Mark. Oh hi, everybody. Oh hi. It's like, yep. That's what he does. Greg Sestero as Mark. He's there. He's normal, and he gets in a lot of weird shit. Julia Danielle as Lisa. She acts like a she acts like a bitch. Like a bitch. Like she just don't give two fucks at times, only for herself. It's like, all right, by this point, it's just whatever. Then you get Philip Hedman as Danny. Oh, Danny, the young neighbor. Yeah, he's really creepy. Like, there's even I'll talk about this movie as a whole, as I know of. But there's the beginning of the movie where he's like, yeah, I just like to watch you guys. I like to watch you guys have sex. You guys are awesome. You're my people. She likes hot, by the way. Woohoo! It's like, all right, this is our character for the Unneighbor. This is who we got. This is who this is. Wow. Okay, that's really creepy. But those are the main four we got. So yay, that's exciting. I mean, at moments when Denny says something, when he says, "Oh yeah, I like to watch you guys have sex," I'm like, "What the fuck did he just say? Whoa, now, hold on a minute. Wow, okay." But also with Lisa, I feel like at times I wanted to slap her across the face, like slap her hard, like in a horrible way, because she acted like the most total bitch I've ever seen in my life. Like she just, we'll talk about it. Trust me, we'll talk about this. But I mean, overall, it's just so stupid. Dialogue is horrible too. We'll talk about it. Trust me. Oh boy, it's horrible. It really is. A lot of it. But here we go. Let's start with the movie. The movie starts with just Johnny just being nice with his future wife. That's what the term. Apparently, that's what he wanted. He couldn't think fiance, but it must have been like, hey, what's the term for future wife? We'll just put future wife. Apparently, doesn't know his English. Apparently, doesn't know what fiance means. It's like whatever. All right, by this point. Uh, Good job, man. Good job, Tommy. So then you get Danny, the creepy kid. That he just sits there and he's like, uh, I'm going to take a nap, and then he says something, and she's like, Danny, I think I'm gonna join him. And then they go up and Danny, do you have nothing else to do? I just like to watch you guys. Wow, and Johnny's like, two's something, like three's a crowd. All right, I'm gonna do something else. Then he's like, bye, lovebirds. Bye. And then you get the first sex scene. Can I just say right off the bat, before I mention all the other ones throughout the movie, throughout this review, they're all terrible. Even this one. It felt like one of those 90s porn. And those cheesy love music. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. This is real. And I was watching it, and I said to myself, does he not know what all this is? Like, for example, you see out in the window where it's daytime, and then it goes like from nighttime, or go to daytime again. It's like, what the fuck were they doing the whole time to this whole day? It's like, they just waiting for something? But then they fuck, and it's there. And apparently Johnny doesn't know what sex is. He thinks it's in the belly button. That's not what sex is, for sure. Just stop with this shit. Like, I give two fucks about this, but it happens. So then the next morning, Lisa's mother shows up. And she just talks to Lisa, and she's just wondering how it's going. And then they talk about stuff, and then she's like, I don't love him anymore. And then her mother's like, why? And she's like, because he's so boring. Okay, if he's boring to you, what's not boring to you? Like, really? What's not boring? Come on, give me a fucking break with the shit. Don't do this, it's just boring. Alright, what the fuck ever. Then, she tries to have this secret affair with Mark. So she calls him, and then he's thinking, hey, what's going on here and all this? And he's like, I don't want to do this to my friend. He's like, I love you, lover boy. And then they just have sex. They have sex on the stairs. That pretty much shows you by this point. And then it just happens. And then we get to the flower shop scene. This is one of the two famous scenes out of this movie, with the flower shop scene. Not kidding. He's like, can I have a dozen roses, please? And the woman's like, oh, hey, Johnny, I didn't know it was you. And then he's like, here you go. And he's like, that's me. How much is it? It'll be $18. Here you go. Keep the change. Hi, doggy. You're my favorite customer. Thanks a lot. Bye. Yeah, that's the dialogue with that one. It's like they had to shoot it so quick. For real. Wow, that scene's so bad, but it's so funny. I mean, seriously. I feel bad for the dog. The dog's like, hey, how you doing? Okay. Thanks for touching me. Seriously, it's how bad it is. Like, I was just sitting there watching it, and I embraced myself to how stupid it was. But hey, whatever, it's a thing. So then we get Danny showing up talking to Lisa. He's like, hey, you're looking pretty good. Can I kiss you? And she's like, you're such a little brat. And he's like, I just like you and Johnny. That is creepy, kid. Oh my god. Oh boy, well, we're not done yet. We still got a lot to go. He comes back and she's like, how did it go? And he's like, yeah. She's like, you didn't get the promotion, did you? And he's like, they betrayed me. They didn't keep their promise. They tricked me and I don't care no more. I'm like, oh god, man. You know, I mean, making that with your accent just does not help. His acting's terrible. Like, it really is. It's just, why? How did this happen? So she's trying to help him, you know, support him and everything. She's like, it's going to be all right and everything. She's like, you know what you need? You need a drink. And then they do, and they just act weird. And then they have the next sex scene. And it's terrible, too. Why? Okay. Just apparently, she needs to do it again. So, yeah. There we go. And then the next scene, we get her mother again. They talk the same shit like they did the first time, but then they added some stuff. Lisa says this. He didn't get his promotion. And he drank last night. And he hit me. And her mother's like, Johnny doesn't drink. She just tried to immediately say that he hit her, and you say Johnny doesn't drink. Apparently that's more worrying than the hitting part, apparently. Alright. Sure. I mean, if that's not weird enough. Alright. Alright then. Alright. We'll just move on. And you get these two random people that go into their house. Just out of nowhere. They just sit down and everything. And they just, okay. And the dude has chocolate. He's like, you know, chocolate is the symbol of love. And then they try to start making out. And then Lisa and her mother show up. He's like, hello? Who are these characters? I'm thinking the same thing. I'm with you on this. It's like, what are they doing here? But hey, they showed up. So, I mean, they must have wanted a paycheck from him. They're like, hey, you know what? Here you go. Thank you. That's all right. It's like, really, what the fuck were they doing there? Like, seriously, that just puzzled my mind. But all right, continuing on, and then you get a rooftop scene with Danny and the drug dealer, and the background, the green screen from the sky and everything. It looks terrible. I said it looks terrible. Wow, I mean, you can notice it. It's like a thing for a computer. It's like, wow, how did I notice it? Drug dealer's like, do you have my money? And Danny's like, yeah, I'll be in a few minutes. And he's like, where's my fucking money, Danny? He has the gun pointed on his head, and then they get everyone else to show up. You got Johnny showing up, you got Mark showing up, you got Lisa showing up, and you got her mother showing up. And then they stop him and everything, and it's like, what did that man want from you? And he's like, nothing. Her mother's like, oh, that was not nothing. And Lisa's like, tell me everything. And he's like, I bought some drugs off of him and everything, but I didn't want this to happen. And then, like, her mother says something, like, you know, something mean, and then he's like, you're not my fucking mother! I was like, alright. And then Johnny tries to help him and everything, try to, you know, love him and everything, and he's like, let's go home. And then you get Lisa talking to Mark again. And then you get the most famous rooftop scene. Here we go. I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark. That's the famous line of the entire movie. And Mark's like, oh, hey, Johnny, what's up? He's like, I have a problem with Lisa. And then he's like, "Did you do something?" He's like, "No, I did not. It's not true," or something like that. And he's like, "What's new with you?" "Oh, I'm just sitting up here thinking, you know." And he's like, "Yeah, found out." What was it again? One where he's like, "Yeah, I used to know a girl. She had a dozen guys. One found about it so hard she killed her. Almost she had to go to the hospital on Guerrero Street." Like, all right. And then Mark leaves, and then Danny shows up, and he's like, and then Johnny in the scene, in a good portion of scenes, he's just laughing about all this shit. He laughs about the hospital thing. He's like, "Ha ha ha, what a funny story, Mark." He's like, "Yeah, you can say that again." And then Danny shows up. He's like, "Hey, what's wrong with him?" He's like, "He's just cranky." Ha. It's like, all right, kid. All right, dude. Don't laugh at everything. Not everything's funny. If it is, and it's like, all right. He's like, he's talking to Danny and everything, and he's talking about like, "I like Lisa," and he's like, "Go on." I'm like, all right, that happened. The world will be a better place. It's like, all right, cool, whatever. Let's go eat some, huh? I didn't even know that was a real thing. So then he goes back to Lisa, and she's like, "I can't talk right now." "Why, Lisa? Why, Lisa? Please talk to me, please." "You're lying. I never hit you. You're tearing me apart, Lisa." Wow. That's some dramatic lines. And then they argue and everything. I'm just going, wow, this is not great, but it's so funny as hell. I can't help it. It's really funny. So yeah, enough with this love triangle problem and relationship problems. Then he's hanging out with one of his friends. And then they start doing the football scene. They're throwing a football around for a good amount of minutes. Yep. This is what we got. As if we couldn't come up with anything else, he thought, hey, you know what? Let's throw a football around, just as a group, guy groups. Throw the football around. There'll be more scenes of those, trust me. Well, I'll get to those. So then, her mother shows up again, and then he's actually around this time, and then he's thinking, you know what? I want to know more about this. So he's trying to get the evidence from, like, tapes, I guess, without them noticing. I was like, oh, okay. And then he goes to a psychiatrist and everything, and he's just talking gibberish and everything, and it's all terrible. The scene's terrible, but I was like, all right, whatever. And you get what you get, I guess. And then you get Mark talking and everything, and you get him talking to, I guess, the psychiatrist and everything, and all this. So I was like, all right, cool, cool. And then we get them in their toxins. So I was thinking, oh, okay, they're going somewhere. All right, that's fine for me. That's great. But no, they don't do that. They throw the football again, but in their tuxes. You throw football with your tuxes on. All right then. Do they go anywhere after that? No, they just take them off and go on with their daily lives. Is that their tradition? Is that what's really good for them? But whatever by this point. So then you get Johnny and Mark talking, and he's like, it's confidential, and he's like, what is it? He's like, I cannot tell you. And he's like, oh, come on, why not? He's like, no, I can't. And he says, so anyway, how was your sex life? Can't tell you that. Why not? Because you can't know about any guy's sex life. Apparently he wants to know about his sex life. Like, that's creepy, man. Just why would you even mention that? Oh, God, that was weird. Like, really, it's weird, man. I'm just telling you, right off the bat, it's weird. But alright, we got that too. So we'll keep going. You need to get Mark and Lisa, and she's getting ready to do something to him, and he's like, what's going on? It's like, really? You've done this almost a good amount of times already. She's trying to do stuff to you already. It's like, really? Do you not know this shit already? She's trying to fuck you. She has the hots for you, and not Johnny. It's like, really? Do you not fucking know that already? But whatever. It's a thing. And then you get another football scene. Yeah, that football really wants to commit suicide after this. I mean, he's been in it for a good amount of minutes through each scene. We've had 3 football scenes. 3 football scenes. And then you get Lisa and Mark again. Like, really? No joke. They do it again. Like, really? So then she's talking to some of her friends and everything and all that stuff. It's like, fine, whatever. And then you get her mother and her again. No joke. It's the same shit. I'm not even going to mention it. She's like, I don't like Johnny. I like Mark. And she's like, it's not right, Lisa. And it's like, all right, I've heard it. Just move on. And then you get his party. And there's one thing I've noticed is that they show the outside city to his party. It's like one of those screensavers that you gotta wait for. It's like, all right, let it load for a few minutes, for a few seconds or something. And then she's like, hey, let's go outside for some fresh air. And then you know what? She tries to fuck Mark again with everybody outside and him inside this house. And one of those guys come in, he's like, what are you doing? You're trying to destroy Johnny. And it's like, all right, cool, and everything. And then you get talking and everything, and you get Johnny and Mark finally fighting. He's like, don't touch me, motherfucker, and everything. I fed up with this world. Alright. And then the party's over and everything. She's like, Johnny, please come out. And he's like, in a few minutes, bitch. Guess what? She does. She calls Mark again. Oh my god, are you serious? I can't do it without you, Lisa. Just tear me apart, Lisa. Just her saying like everything like I love you and everything. It's like, alright, just stop, please. And then Johnny throws the calmest temper tantrum I have ever seen. Like not breaking shit a lot, just knocking stuff down, taking stuff out, dropping this down, knocking this thing down. He breaks like one thing, I think, and it's like, alright, whatever. And then he can't take it no more. He gets a gun, puts it in his mouth, and shoots it. Yeah, he's dead. And then those two come in and he's like, wake up, Johnny! Wake up? He's not gonna wake up with blood in his mouth. Then Lisa says this. Is he dead? No, he's just faking it. He's just doing it for an act. Just having fun. He's just doing it for a reason. He's just enjoying himself. He's doing his thing. He's not dead. Hey, can I tell you something right now? He's fucking dead! You see blood on the mouth. You see a gun. He's fucking gone. He's out of history. He's everywhere gone. This is a dead person. He's gone. That's it. Game over. He's gone. He's gone. That's it. And then Lisa says, well, at least I have you still. And he's like, you don't have me. Mark, we're free to be together. Yeah, good job. What a way to set yourself up. And then Danny's freaking out and everything, and the cops are trying to show up and everything, and hey, there you go. There's our movie. That's The Room. This movie is a mysterious gem. And I'm being serious with all heart. Like, how in the living fuck did this movie get made? But it did, and we got a random shit thrown in from this one plot, which is about this melodramatic love triangle. About a banker, his fiance, and his best friend. So, hey, whatever. This movie is terrible. It's really awful. But it's so bad that it's good. This movie lives up to its name for that. But it is a fun movie. I wouldn't lie to myself and say, oh, I didn't enjoy this movie. This is a fun movie to laugh at. This movie was not intentionally to be laughed at, but he just did it. He's like, fuck it, I guess. So, but, I mean, it's still terrible. I mean, the acting, the dialogue, and everything, it's all terrible. I mean, you should have known this already by this point, but hey, whatever. It's what it is, I guess. But, I mean, with all the stuff going on, it's editing, it's cinematography, the green screen mess and everything, it's like, yeah, this is what we got. That's a thing. I mean, shit, even its camera angles and shots and everything are terrible. So I mean, it's not like he didn't know what to do with the shots. He's just like, here, let's make this one shot. Okay, let's make another shot. Okay, we're good. We're gonna do all this, and there you go. Some people have said this, and I kind of agree with it. It's like the Citizen Kane of bad. Yeah, yeah, all right. But that's all I can say about it. For So Bad It's Good movies, I'm gonna do this rating. So we still gets an F. It's terrible. I mean, with all the shit they've done, it's terrible. However, I'm giving this movie an A plus because it's good in that way. So yeah, if I do a So Bad They're Good movies, that's what they're gonna get. So yeah, that's my review for The Room, everybody. Hoping the Disaster Artist is really good. It's gotten great reviews so far. Hopefully it lives it up to everything it's doing. So yeah, that's my review for it. And until next time, peace out.